guys, today we're talking about 4 date conversation mistakes that women really hate. They do. And these are usually built into the way you talk. I call them actually conversation habits that are not good for your dating journey. I have taken these conversation habits from my own experience with my own clients. These are probably the biggest habits they have that really kill their chances on dates, and we have to really work through and practice for them to overcome these habits. I like to use the word habits because a lot of times my guys have been so used to doing this that they think it's really cool and really normal, and they don't even realize that that is the reason why women are deciding to ghost or reject them. So know that if you have or you're guilty of any of these conversation mistakes or habits, know that it takes time. But you have to be committed to wanting to get out of this habit. And you have to stay consistent to doing that, or else it's just not going to go anywhere. It's not helpful to just listen to this video and know, oh yeah, that's cool, that's great, I don't think I do that. Listen to yourself. Once you watch this whole video, look at your own self and how your conversations are and how you talk about yourself, and really self-reflect. And if you recognize you do any of these, it's time to change. So I'm gonna list them out, and within it, I'm also going to try to help you practice some reframing if you make any of these statements. And they're normally statements that are within the conversation that you don't realize once again. All right, let's go through them. So number 1 is any undecisiveness or uncertainty when it comes to you. So this is usually shown through the statement of, I don't know. I don't know, whatever, it's fine, I'm not sure. Any of those. And once again, it's okay if you actually don't know when it comes to certain facts, right? If she asks about, do you know what this plus this equals? That's just a random thing. But if you don't know, you don't know. But nothing turns away a woman more than a man who doesn't know what he wants. If you don't want it, say so. If you're unsure, tell why you're unsure. Maybe it's because you love French food and you love pizza, and they have such both great things going on for them. So that's why you're unsure of which one you would pick, so you want to give it to her. That's fine. But when you're just kind of nonchalant and not caring and you can't make a decision, women are really turned away by that. And specifically, if she asks a question about you, such as, so why did you choose your career? And you start the statement with, I don't know. I think it's because it makes good money. I don't know. Recognize if you do those I don't knows, it's time to cut that out. Because by already saying that, she's already getting the visual that you're really uncertain of yourself. You don't really know your journey and why you do what you do. It's not a good look. So just cut those out. If you just said, it's because of the pay, that's fine. There's no need to say I don't knows around it. And for my clients, when they say I don't knows, what I challenge them to do is to reframe that to I know. The moment you tell yourself, I know, it already opens your mind up to actually finding the answer. So for my clients, when for a second they can't really figure out the answer, they will say, wait, I know, just give me a second to think. That's it. That's all you have to do, because once you say I know, it literally gives your space in your mind to figure it out. But when you say I don't know, it slams you into a wall and you're just saying I don't know. And then that's it. And then it ends there. All right? So making sure that you know, make decisions, know yourself. That's number 1. That's probably one of the biggest things I see. And women, quality ladies, want a man who knows himself. All right? All right. Number 2 is negativity. I'm pretty sure this doesn't come as a surprise to you guys when I say this, but it's really common for me to see guys be negative and they're not even realizing that they're being negative. And this is usually towards other people. When you're sitting at a restaurant, you're like, wow, the food is so slow. That's really annoying, right? Or you're commenting on the people around you. You're like, look at that person. That's weird. That's odd. Or, yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling that I don't really have faith in the human race about these things. Like when you just start being negative about everything around you, guys, how is that attractive? How? And what I will say is if you are being negative in that way in so many layers, even with dating, that's probably the biggest thing I see. I see a lot of people being negative about, well, online dating sucks anyway. You know, all the women on there seem like fakes. And they share that with their actual date. Guys, that means there's something deeper rooted to process and heal for you. Please look at that and please really process that through and let it go. That's really the best way to overcome negativity. Also, to catch yourself before you say it and just not say it. You've heard the quote, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say it. Number 3 is self-sabotaging or putting yourself down. This is a popular one. It is very easy for my clients I've seen to put themselves down. Like if some girl were to ask, what did you do this weekend? And they make the starting statement of, oh, I mean, there's nothing really exciting, really. But I did this and this. Why did you have to make that statement? Just say what you did. You don't need to say, oh, it's not that exciting, or I don't think I'm that great anyways, or oh, I'm not that great of a job. It's kind of easy. Don't do that to yourself, guys. Don't do it. Don't. Just say it for what it is. Answer the question, but there's no need to already say, oh, it's not that great. I don't think it's that fantastic of an answer. Please catch yourself when you do that. And when you answer a question, just recognize you just want to answer the question and then keep it as it is. And if you accidentally let it slip out and say, oh yeah, but I don't think it's that great. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to say that. You know, I didn't mean to say that. Sometimes I can be a little self-deprecating. Acknowledge it. That's fine. Own it. But if you keep saying those kind of things, women will really see that you have low self-esteem. And if you really do, that's something also to work on. That's a more deeper seated matter. So make sure to process and work on that, right? Last but not least, number 4, conversation enders. What do I mean by that? When you don't expand on a conversation at all and you can't carry the conversation, especially when she's talking about something that is important to her. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen ladies actually share a story with a guy about their career, about what they're passionate about their family, and the guy doesn't follow up at all. He doesn't even acknowledge what she just said. It's important to practice carrying the conversation, asking follow-ups, acknowledging it, and not shutting down, and just trying to get the date to the next topic. And if you have an issue with that, I do have other videos about conversation tips and how to continue that conversation, so please watch those videos. But I will say, if you already know that you have a hard time continuing a conversation, there are definitely videos and products for that. But that is a very big conversation mistake and death, because if she already feels like you're not listening to her and you can't carry a conversation, then what is the point of dating, right? How do you actually get to know each other if you're not actually expanding? All right, so those are the 4 conversation mistakes and habits that I hope, if you saw yourself in any of that, that you really look within and ask yourself, how do I start getting out of this habit? If you've watched this all, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope you learned a thing or two from this, and more importantly, to take action and start executing and practicing to get out of these habits. Like I said before, this is not something that can be helped overnight, but it will help if you just start practicing, because practicing makes progress. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and go out there and continue to have good conversations.